Hello and welcome to another adventure. This time we have travelled to Croatia, to the city of Dubrovnik, but the day didn't quite start the way we had planned. Oh my god, Croatia, no! We're going to attempt this, aren't we, Tig?
We're going to do this. We've got an umbrella.
So hi guys, good morning. We are here in Dubrovnik on an incredibly wet, thundery September morning. This is nuts. But we've only got one day here, so we can't afford to waste a moment. So we're going to have to go out and explore in the rain. We're staying in these apartments, apartment blue, which is absolutely gorgeous, and the owner has two massive umbrellas. We're going to make it work, aren't we, Tiggs?
We're going to make it work.
Oh my god, guys, we're doing it. We're braving the weather. There is a proper storm going on right now. You can't see the city there at all. But there's thunder, there's lightning, there's everything. So we're walking to the number 6 bus stop to get into the old town. We do have a hire car, but parking is quite expensive in the old town. It's about €10 an hour. We decided to brave the weather and just take the bus instead. We waited at the bus stop, enjoying the shelter as the rain poured down. We just missed the bus and I trod in that, almost looks like a little river on the curb. Not the start to the trip we thought it was going to be, but we'll make the best of it. After about 15 minutes, the number 6 bus pulled up and we made our way towards the old town. The bus cost €2.50 each. Thankfully, by the time we made it to the old town, the rain had lightened up a bit and we began to explore, starting off with some views of the city walls and the iconic Lovrijenac fort. We decided to have a closer look and made our way down towards the fort, which is set high on the cliffs. There's these narrow little streets where I think some people stay, like some hotels look like they are. People are checking out of them. Look at this, guys, isn't it amazing? It looks unreal. Now when the weather's nice, you can kayak along here. It's just next to the walls of the city, so the number 6 bus drops you right outside here. This impressive fort featured in Game of Thrones, the famous Red Keep in King's Landing. This whole area is so unlike anywhere I've been before. It looks amazing. Wow. Guys, I can't even express how cool this place is. If the weather was better, it would be even more amazing. But to be honest, it's kind of cool because there's not many people around. So it's definitely a perk to it. We decided we had to climb up and visit the fort for ourselves. And we're going up here. Such a unique perspective, and a lot of Game of Thrones was filmed around here. You can kind of see why, can't you? We climbed the 137 steps to the top of the fortress where the ticket entrance is. Tickets cost €35 each and cover you for entry to both the fort and the city walls. We explored this impressive stone fortress and could feel the Game of Thrones vibes throughout. The fortress dates back to the 11th century and is rumoured to have only taken 3 months to build. Wandering through these passageways, you can almost imagine being in King's Landing. If you don't want to spend the €15 to come into the castle, I'd recommend climbing all the stairs just outside the door of the castle because you get some fantastic views from there. I loved the views, and even with the weather against us, it was still pretty stunning. We climbed up to the top of the fort and enjoyed the beautiful scenery and views of the city. You can see the city walls from here, and amazingly, they have never been breached. Next, it was time to venture into the old town itself, which was a unique experience. The walls towered over us as we made our way into the medieval city. This is very overwhelming. We've gone from peace and quiet to absolute chaos. So we're going to go firstly, I think it's the oldest pharmacy in the world. It's 700 years old.
Apparently, this is also where the Franciscan monastery is, which is interesting.
The pharmacy was founded by the Franciscan Friars Minor and is over 700 years old, making it the oldest pharmacy in the world. The pharmacy is just a pharmacy. Some American tourists trying to get hand cream, so it was taking a long time to get served, so we gave up in the end, but there's no filming in there anyway. Look at this monastery. It's connected to the pharmacy, this monastery, and it looks beautiful. It's only €6 to go inside the monastery, but they only take euros. They don't do card here. It's very small. There's a little museum attached. Sadly, much of the original monastery got destroyed by natural disasters. This monastery used to be outside the city walls, but when the threat of war loomed in the 14th century, it was relocated to its current location. It's a little bit of calm from the outside. Outside of this monastery, it's absolutely nuts. So this is a very welcomed break. We enjoyed the tranquility of the monastery before heading next door to the Franciscan church. Back on these streets, this is the old town of Dubrovnik. Because it's so crowded, it's hard to kind of take it all in really. So this is such a beautiful place. It looks so pretty and very, very different to anywhere I've been. Maybe the closest I could say is Rhodes, but it's very different to Rhodes really. You can imagine when this is empty and there are no tourists around, how magical it looks. Loads of Game of Thrones was filmed around this place, and I don't fancy doing a tour because they have these tours where they can show you all the different locations. I don't fancy doing that, so instead I'm going to go to a place that I know of and take you guys with me. It looks such a cool place. Hey little chap. Hey, hey, you friendly? Hey, cutie pie. Feeling hungry, we decided to grab some pastries. We both got ourselves a snack. It's like a hot dog. See what I mean? So I'm going to try that. It's almost like if you put a pizza and a hot dog together almost. It's kind of like that. It's quite good.
I have some kind of spinach spiral, and as you can see, it looks interesting. It's actually surprisingly light. I thought it'd be really heavy because of the way it's shaped, but it's quite mild. The spinach and the cheese flavour work really well together. It's really nice. Nice pastry.
Right, I think we're coming up to the Game of Thrones scene. It's along here somewhere. I think this is it, guys. So this is the Jesuit stairs. It's the scene where Cersei goes down the stairs and they're going with the high sparrows and they're going shame. Shame. It's that scene. So if you've seen Game of Thrones, you know. If not, then admire the lovely architecture.
Shame. I'm the High Sparrow, so there you go.
He's the High Sparrow. What are you trying to say? I'm Cersei, thanks a lot. Pig's a religious fanatic. I'm Cersei, apparently. So I have sex with my brothers. I've got two to choose from, so... I mean, you know, Johnny, Peter, you're in luck here. My God. So the last thing we're going to try and cram in today is going up on the cable car. That's something about Dubrovnik that I've noticed so far, is there's a lot of stairs and hills, hilly bits. We've got to the cable car and it is closed, unfortunately, due to the strong winds and thundery conditions and stuff. Just means we have to come back to Dubrovnik another time. But these are the city walls. To be honest, I'm kind of glad they're being more cautious than not. I'd hate to be stuck up there with it swaying or something like that. And this is very pretty. Anyway.
Sadly, we didn't have time to go and explore the city walls, but they look really dramatic, don't they?
So we were feeling a little bit lazy and we thought maybe we'd get a taxi back to our apartment. It's only a 15-minute drive. We're a little bit achy and tired and we thought, let's just treat ourselves on holiday. I asked how much is it going to be for the taxi for the 15-minute drive? Guess how much? 50 euro. 50 euro. I laughed and said, you're having a laugh? Absolutely not. I mean, what the actual hell? 50 euro for 15 minutes drive? You've got to be kidding. We're walking back to the bus stop, which is like a 5-minute walk, and we're going to get the bus. The bus was only €2.50 each. No brainer, really.
So we left the old town behind and decided to look for somewhere where we could watch the sunset.
So we're heading to a place called Romantic Sea View, where hopefully we can get some nice sunset views around them, the cliffs.
We left the viewpoint behind in search of a bar overlooking the sea.
Let's hope we can catch the sunset. It seems to get quite dark early here, like not early, but like by sort of 7 p.m. it's quite dark. We managed to get a parking space, which is really good. So now we can just wander to the bar and take in some views and just sit down properly, because we haven't sat down properly yet. So looking forward to sitting my big butt down and having a nice cold beer or something.
We made our way towards Mango's kitchen and bar. We said hello to the kitty before finding a table and taking in our surroundings.
Been a bit of a strange first day because the weather was there was such a downpour earlier, but it's nice to just chill out here and unwind. Gonna have a local beer called the Karlovacko, I hope I'm saying that right, and just take in these lovely views because it's so pretty. Karlovacko in a nice chilled glass, and Tig has it in draft.
That is really, really nice. It's really, really crisp. Quite sweet, but pleasantly sweet. I could drink that very easily. That's delicious. I like that.
So guys, I didn't tell you, this is the weirdest thing. So my friend Mary was going on her honeymoon with her husband Ben. She was going away in September. We found out that we were not only going to Croatia at the same time, but that we were going to Dubrovnik on the same time period as well. How weird is that? So we're actually going to be meeting Mary and Ben tonight. As we're only here for one day, it's just going to be one night with them, just to sort of catch up with them and have a bit of a laugh. It's so random that it happened like this. Neither of us knew that each other was going here, so we'll be seeing them in the next hour. So that's going to be very surreal. It's always very, very strange when you see people that you know when you're abroad like that. I love doing that, it's really quirky. So there is the Karlovacko, so let's give it a taste. That is very nice. It's not as crisp as I thought it was going to be, but it's a lovely, refreshing lager all the same. There's a little bit of a heaviness to it as well, but it is very tasty. I do like it.
I watched the sun slowly setting over the ocean, so grateful to finally be here in Croatia. Right, let's catch up with Mary and Ben.
How do you guys say cheers in Croatian? Jivili. Hey!
After a toast, it was time to eat. Mary and Ben both went for a Croatian dish called cevapi, which is a type of grilled mincemeat often served in pita bread, and Tig had a Croatian take on a stuffed pork fillet.
Ben, what has been your favourite part of your visit to Croatia?
It's difficult to say. It's just so many beautiful places. I love the islands. Hvar and Korčula are amazing. Totally enjoyed going to Lovrijenac, which is a beautiful island off of Korčula. Love Trogir, which is a gorgeous island off of Split, and currently enjoying Dubrovnik. So in the old town, in the city walls of Dubrovnik, there's a rubber duck shop. You've got to check it out. It's on the main Stradum. I believe it's near the West Gate. I don't know, one of the gates. But it's really good, full of ducks if you like them.
So it's been nice. Oh, sorry. Literally, I'm knocking Mary with my, I was going to say my crotch, but my bag. So we're going to a bar. We're going to a bar. We're going to grab something nice to drink, a beverage. So yeah, we'll see you guys later.
We made our way to an area not far from our apartment that had some bars and decided to grab a few more drinks before we said our goodbyes. The sky lit up as the thunderstorm echoed above us, a dramatic way to spend our last night together in Dubrovnik.
Look at that. That is quite something else. We've got a storm coming here, and you can just see the sky lighting up. It's insane.
Next time, we leave Croatia, crossing the border into Bosnia, taking a trip to Medjugorje. So until next time, guys, take care and we'll see you soon.